Welcome back to the MLE broadcast presented by APM Music. I am Bear, and here with me is Riley. Riley, what are our lineups for today?
There, how's it going? For our lineups, Spartans led by Knuckle, Doom led by Infernal, Algix, Howdy.
No, we're good. We have the lineups. This is going to be a close match. This is the top of Premier League teams 1 and 2. Is that right?
They have the goal. Right now, they are hopping onto ready to go.
Oh, wow. We are ready to get this match underway. All right, then, as we go into it, we're going to have Knuckle and Howdy on kickoff. Howdy's going to knock it over, but Verzoom is ready there. Here's Kilt knocking it, making a strategic pass to Knuckle. Knuckle now getting it down over to the Hive. We were talking about it. Top two teams, only difference is goal differential. Bound to be a very good match, Riley. What is your hot take as we go into this?
These are two at the top of their list. At the very top in minor. I think the Spartans are going to have the upper hand here against the Hive, because I feel like they're a team that plays a little better together than the Hive, as they almost get one in there on them. And I just think that they're going to come out on top of this. Maybe 3-2, but it's going to be a tight series the whole way down to two very competitive teams, and I'm excited to see how everything goes.
Absolutely. We see here Hive now playing a little bit of offense. Infernal Dragon with a good block there, but Verzoom is ready. Here he is, Verzoom with the shot, but Algix with the save over to Infernal Dragon. Infernal is going to pass it downfield. Kilt and Verzoom there to receive it. Hive now passing it to Infernal. Infernal to Algix. Algix up for a shot. Kilt's going to be there, though. Good save by Kilt. Here's Verzoom going over to offense with a little bit of a carry there. You don't see that in Foundation League. Here we go. Algix trying to get a save. Not quite able to. Kilt now passing it to his teammate. There's been lots of offensive pressure from both of these teams here, Riley. Is this what we're expecting, a lot of back and forth, or do you think one team's going to dominate here?
I definitely think we're going to have a lot of back and forth. I mean, this is Premier League. These teams, they know how to work together. They know how to get these passing plays going, and passing plays aren't working. You can see those solo plays really come out. I mean, you get a little bit of a double commit there by the Spartans. Not really good with the Hive being able to push back very quickly. Algix almost gets that down, but Kilt is there to deny any chances of the dunk. And Verzoom just couldn't. This one might be in.
Verzoom.
There we go.
With a pass to himself off the backboard. Let's watch this instant replay here. Verzoom knocking it up. Howdy not quite able to get to it. Verzoom putting it behind Algix. Very, very good placements by him as far as where he put the ball.
Yeah, definitely. Very, very good bang there, and just unfortunate that Howdy kind of misread that off the back wall, but Verzoom right there to catch his own ball, and he almost gets a read off that sidewall there in the middle. Knuckles going to try and play this back middle. He's got a touch. He's going for the pinch, and Howdy's just going to clear that one out and try and get it to his teammates, but Spartans are just keeping the pressure on. It's what you love to see from two teams that are really, really tight, and this could be an open net, except happily it's Knuckles pushing there for him. We're seeing a lot of back and forth here. We've been seeing it pretty much this whole game so far. But what are you seeing from the Spartans that's making them just look like the better team right now, Bear?
Honestly, I'm seeing a few mistakes. It definitely happens no matter how good you are. Each team's going to make mistakes, even some double commits from the Spartans here. But the difference is the Spartans' placements whenever they're not having any troubles. Their rotations they're on point. We see one team going up or one team member going up, collects the ball, the other one right there ready to help him. We've always got a third man. For the most part, it's just the Spartans making sure that they're placed in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, it's definitely come out pretty big here, but this one not quite in the same, barely in the right spot with Verzoom. He had to make a very tough save there, but Spartans are already on the counterattack, and the Hive hitting them right back. This one, if Knuckle hadn't taken a good rotation, it might have been a goal there for the Hive. I mean, we're just seeing some great play. You've got a couple mistakes, but we're playing at 8 o'clock on a Sunday night. I think a lot of people, especially those of you watching at home or with your families, and these guys, they're forgoing that family time right now to enjoy a tough night of Rocket League as Algix is going to dunk at the Spartan defense and get a goal.
Yeah, we see here Hive definitely coming back. Algix sees Knuckles knock and realizes he can beat him to that ball and does so, and just makes a really good shot on net.
Yeah, it was great job by the Hive. Get this thing tied up here. Just under a minute to go left. We've got the Spartans. This one, what a read by Kilt, just ever so slightly off. And you've got the Hive and Spartans just hitting the ball back and forth. This is a dangerous touch there. Infernal just waiting for that read. Kilt going for a double off the sidewall. This one off the backboard. Algix is waiting for it. And the Hive are starting to get some control of the ball. They're starting to get some bumps, a couple demos, and they're getting a lot of quality shots on net there. I mean, this is what you want to see from a team that is supposed to be at the top of the league right now. Absolutely.
Both of these teams at the very, very top of the league. There we go. Infernal Dragon doesn't want me to talk anymore. Good shot by him.
Yeah, that was a great shot there by Infernal. Just getting the bouncer up towards the top where Vazoom has to make a very tough read, and he's just unable to do it. And just like that, we've got a lead for the Hive, who for the majority of this game, they were losing it. I mean, they're really coming out here strong late, and they've got 10 seconds to hang on to this lead.
Yeah, here we are. Spartans, though, trying to make a quick counterattack to Vazoom. Vazoom not quite able to connect. Infernal Dragon is going to let it end. And that's the end of game one. A very close game there, Riley. Very close.
Yeah, that's a very close game. The Hive, they had to make some great shots. They put on a lot of pressure late in the game. I mean, the Spartans, they came out with a lot of really good shots right off the bat, but towards the back half of the game, the Hive adjusted, they adapted, and that's what these top teams do incredibly well, is they adapt to the ever-changing situation of the game, and that's part of why these teams are the top two in Premier League in their conference right now. And for us to get a game like this to start off the series is a great thing to see, and I hope we get to see more of this as we continue on.
Absolutely, and we still have a lot of Rocket League left to play tonight. I believe there's this game, and then two more after. We've got a 9 o'clock game and a 10 o'clock game EST. So, lots of Rocket League left to be played tonight. In this series, we still got 4 games left. So, plenty to stick around here for. What would you say, Riley?
Yeah, definitely a lot to stick around for. We've got Premier League right now. We have Master League right after this. And I will be around for that one, so that'll be a lot of fun. But, we've got these teams already hopping in here, getting ready for game number 2. Hive are up 1-0 here in this set of 5. And it's going to be Algix and Kilt, by the looks of it, on the kickoff. They're going to go for this ball, and it's just going to kind of down in the middle.
Yeah, here we see Infernal for Hive immediately trying to get some offense going. Here's Howdy almost making a shot, but Knuckles going to save it. Vazoom now trying to play defense. Kill is up for the ball, knocking it away from the goal. Vazoom to 50 Algix. Here we see Vazoom getting it mid, but Infernal is going to be the guy to pick it up. Kilt here, now taking it across. Vazoom ready on defense, taking it over to the Hive side now with a little bit of a carry. Here he goes, bringing it down for his teammate Knuckle. Howdy, though, there to collect. Infernal carrying it across, almost making it a shot, but Vazoom to knock away. Knuckle now with it. Algix getting the ball right in front of Spartans net. This is a different Hive than we saw at the beginning of last game. Lots of offensive pressure here, Riley.
Yeah, at the beginning of game 1, I mean, the Hive were just on the back foot pretty much the whole game, but they're going to take a 1-0 lead here in game 2. As Algix just managed to get a couple Spartan defenders in an awkward position, got it past Kilt, and then Knuckles just not fast enough to save that ball. And it is 1-0 Hive here in game number 2.
Awesome job by Algix there, making sure that that the ball goes in, doesn't let anybody shut him out. And yeah, back to what we were saying before, I've definitely changing into a great team. I don't remember the stats, Riley, but which team was number one? I know we have a number one and a number two team here, but I don't quite remember which one was number one.
The Spartans are actually the number one team in their conference right now, but that is not because they have the better record. These two teams had the exact same record, so really you could put either team in place of the other, and I don't think anyone would be complaining about their placement. But the Hive are trying to show that they are the top team and not the second team. But here comes the Spartans. Knuckle off the pass from Kilt in front of the entire Hive defense. Great job by this team to get back in this game and get it all tied up.
Absolutely, and as we were talking about with the whole situation of this being team number one and team number two, this series is especially important for both teams here because they both are fighting for number one in Premier League, which is the best of the best. You can't get any better than here in MLE. We see Knuckle though kicking it across, Kilt receiving. Spartans definitely picking it back up, trying to keep their number one spot in their pocket here.
Yeah, they're definitely trying, but it is a very tough task against a very good Hive team. And Howdy's going to get this one past, but gets demoed for his efforts. Algix almost getting a read there on the back end. Knuckles going to carry this over. Gets denied by Howdy. Howdy maybe trying to get a double on the backboard. Not quite able to because Bazoom is just trying to be a defensive juggernaut right now as he's going to get demoed by Algix. I mean, when we were in the pregame lobby trying to make sure everyone's pings were good, all we saw were demos left and right. So these two teams definitely like to have fun, and they are very physical.
Absolutely, lots of aggression, both against the wall, but also against each other. There's Knuckle getting another demo on Infernal. V-Zoom to carry it up, trying to look for a shot. Infernal's going to knock it away. It's actually going to give him a save, too. The ball is hanging midfield. Kilt to pick it up. Knuckle now receiving, knocking it towards the Hive. Hive Algix there receiving. Kilt now to 50 him. It's going to go back to the Hive side. Going to bounce possibly in front of their goal if Infernal doesn't knock it away, but he does. Algix looking for a shot here, but Knuckle's going to save it. This Spartans team definitely looking pretty strong here. Is this what we're expecting through the rest of the game?
Yeah, I'm not just expecting this through the rest of the game, but I'm expecting it through the rest of the series. I mean, we saw what happened in game one, and I was expecting this to continue and get into game two, and this is exactly what I thought would happen. I mean, it's 1-1. You know, late in the game, we got a minute, 20 seconds to go. These two teams, they're just going back and forth, knocking the ball down the field. Algix with a perfect double to himself off of the back wall. Just like we were saying, these two teams, they are really good, but the Hive trying to prove that they should be the number one team and not the Spartans, and they are coming out here and proving that so far.
Yeah, we see they won game one, and if this Spartans team doesn't pick it up in the next minute and 15 seconds, they might win game two. But Kilt's here with a double tap to himself. Never mind, he gets it on one hit with a little bit of a fake to mess up the defenders.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Howdy had this all day, and he just didn't have the angle. Playing a little too far up, and that's one thing you got to watch out for when in freeze as that third man. If you are too far up, and they hit this ball just right, it doesn't matter how fast you are or how early you go up for that ball, you will end up missing that. And that is exactly what happened. This is an open net, maybe. Zoom manages to clear it out. Howdy putting his pressure back on, trying to make up for that unfortunate miss that he had just a few moments ago. Hive putting the pressure right back on, trying to get this lead back. Algix gets a bump on the Zoom. Howdy trying to play this off the corner, trying to get it centered to a teammate, but there really wasn't anybody there until Infernal hopped in the last moment. Spartans trying to get out of their own defensive end, but Hive are just keeping the pressure on, and that's what they've been able to do pretty well this entire series, aside from the very beginning of game one there.
Yeah, that being said, Spartans looking very strong on defense, even though they couldn't get a good clear, and it's now back in their area. Watching what they're doing, their rotations, once they start, they don't stop, and they're looking very solid. We see here Kilt looking for a bump there, Vazoom trying to carry it away, but Knuckle rotates back, gets a good pinch off the wall, carries it down. Are we looking at a potential overtime here, Riley?
Yeah, I think we are. We've got 2 seconds. Knuckle keeping that up as this one's going to float over to the Spartan side. Kilt getting this off the back wall. It's going to double it. This might drop, but Infernal's waiting for it. Algix going up, trying to get the dunk. Knuckle gets the clear, and this one's going to drop safely to the ground as we are heading to overtime in game number 2, ladies and gentlemen.
This has been such an interesting series so far, and it's bound to be even more. Infernal looking for a shot there. Vazoom with the save. Kilt to take it across Vazoom, picking it up to Knuckle. Oh, but Infernal's going to knock it away before anyone gets there. Vazoom ready to knock Howdy out of the way, but Howdy's going to get a touch on it. Kilt to Knuckle. Here we see a potential pass play. Vazoom up now, looking for a teammate mid. Howdy's going to knock it away, but Kilt's there. Kilt keeping it on the Hive side as we see the entire Spartans team trying to rotate back now. Vazoom carrying it across, gets it over one player. Here is Knuckle. Hive now back up with Algix, keeping it on the Spartan side. Vazoom to knock it away. Vazoom to take it back to the Spartans. We're seeing very good gameplay from both teams here. Lots of aggression, as we just saw another demo there. Aren't we, Riley?
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a lot of aggression, especially from the Hive right now. I mean, they're currently out shooting the Spartans 10-6, but the big factor right now between these two teams is not the shot count, but the save count, because the Spartans have saved 7 of the Hive's 10 shots, which is really what's kept them in this game. Because all that offensive pressure, you'd think it'd be amounting to more goals, but we've said multiple times, this is Premier League. These are the best teams in Premier League right now. So you have to get a lot of shots and get a lot of quality shots on target. But that's an unfortunate miss by Vazoom. Infernal not able to take advantage. Golden opportunity for the Hive just went by the wayside there as no one was there for the open net.
Vazoom there with a save. Kilt knocking it away. Kilt now carrying it down towards the Hive side. Howdy though, ready. Here's Vazoom getting ready to receive, but Howdy's going to knock it away. Vazoom on the backboard. He's going to knock it away from his net. Algix thinks he has it. Vazoom to get it past him. Infernal getting a bump on Vazoom and now taking possession. Kilt, though, getting ready to hit the ball. Not quite able to connect. Knuckle gets a little flick, but here's Howdy. Up for the ball is Vazoom. Algix rotating towards mid as he's waiting on Infernal's pass. It's going to get received by Kilt, though, and knocked over to the Hive side. Here we see Knuckle getting ready to challenge against Howdy. Howdy, though, is going to get a flick on it. Infernal's going to pass it to Algix. What a team play there, Riley, to end game 2 for the Hive.
Oh, yeah, you just see this pop up there. Infernal coming in, banging it off the corner, and Algix getting his 3rd goal of the game, getting that hat trick with a crossbar down into the net. That's going to give Hive the 2-0 advantage in this set. We are on set point now, as this next game, if the Hive win it, they take a 3-0 lead. They take the series. But as we all know in minor league esports, we always play 5 games. So no matter what, the Spartans will have to at least try and get some games back. But they still have a chance to win this series as they have the opportunity for a reverse sweep.
Yeah, if Hive wins this next game, they take the game 3. They take the series. And they also take the #1 spot for Premier League, which would make them the best of the best team. So Spartans really are going to have to step it up if they want to hold on to their #1 title that they currently have.
Yeah, I don't think they're playing bad right now, but the problem is they're just stuck on defense. I mean, they were outshot 13-8 in the end, but they had to have 9 saves on those 13 shots by the Hive. 3 of the 4 shots they didn't save happened to go into the net. And all 3 of those goals were by Algix, who just came out there and really took over the game for the Hive. I mean, they needed someone to step up. They needed someone to take control, and he did that. As we're going to get ready to move on to game number 3. We've had quite a series so far, Bear, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this is going to play out.
Absolutely. We have the teams loading in here. Hive against Spartans, game 3. This is a very big game for Hive. If they get the win, we'll have Algix and Kilt on kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have the Spartans trying to get back in this series, trying to make sure that they can at least get some wins, maybe give themselves a shot at making quite a comeback into the series. But right now, they've got a daunting task ahead of them because it is the Hive who have just been dominating for a while. And those Spartans, they just need to find a way to get off of that defensive front that they've been stuck on. this is a good chance to do it for them. I mean, they put on a lot of pressure. They managed to get a demo on Algix, who was really the man of the match for them back in game 2. And Bazoom going up. He's got a touch. He's got another touch, but wasn't able to get it down. Wasn't able to get the bump that he was looking for by the looks of it. He'll try and play this wide. He's got Knuckle, but Algix there to cut it off. And Knuckle just getting demoed by Howdy. You gotta love to see all these demos here. Even the best players in the league, even the best players in all of Rocket League, they use demos to their advantage because it's a mechanic. It's part of the game. And if you're really good at demoing, you can throw any team off. Right now, both these teams, they love to demo. Knuckle managing to get this one back to the corner. Howdy gonna clear it out. Zoom is up early and we can get that back up to the ceiling. Tilt got a chance to play it middle. Zoom. He'll manage to get demoed by Infernal Dragon. Bazoom going to the playoff ceiling, misses it. Knuckle just a little bit too high as Infernal Dragon is going to get this clear. He'll try to hit it middle, but Bazoom did not turn. I don't even think he saw the ball from the deck. This has been an intense game so far. A lot of back and forth down the field by both of these teams. As we've got the Hive kind of stuck on the defensive. Oh, actually, no, they just got out of that defensive front. And they're starting to put pressure back on them. But Eric, do you think they're going to be able to keep this up? The Hive?
Man, I don't know. I really, in a way, I hope that they don't, because I want this to be a very interesting series, and it's not as interesting if we have a team who wins the first 3 matches, because then that is the series. But Spartans not actually playing that bad right now, being very good on offense whenever they're on offense. Here's a shot from Kilt, a save from Algix. But yeah, this has been very good from both teams so far.
Yeah, I mean, this whole series we've seen both these teams keeping it close from start to finish. Spartans had a chance to maybe double their buy, but then I think it was just a little bit too close to the net. Infernal Dragon just cut off by Knuckle, and this ball just keeps bouncing right back to the middle. Knuckle with a crazy save off of his own back wall. As Hive managing to keep this somehow still on the Spartan side of the field. I mean, can you believe that ball just wouldn't leave the Spartan defensive half? It's still there. Algix and Infernal both getting shots. Howdy trying to play this back in. It's bouncing off the corner. The Hive are just keeping this in the... It's actually in. Algix with the goal just left it to float off of that... up to that top left corner and right in.
Yeah, we see Hive definitely forcing the Spartans to play defense there for a long time, and the longer you're on defense, the more likely you are to make a mistake, and that's what happened. Bazoom, though, on kickoff, winning it, but Algix is going to receive it. Knuckle for the challenge. We see 3 offensive players on Hive. There we go. We've got Knuckle rotated back. Hive. Or I mean on the Hive side of the field, my bad there. Knuckle to Bazoom, now to Kilt, knocking it back to Bazoom. Bazoom's going to try and flick this over to Howdy, but not able to. Howdy is ready to defend. We're going to see Infernal knock it back over to Spartans side of the field, but Hive is now, Howdy is going to have to receive that. Bazoom there, the game's getting more and more interesting, Riley. I don't know what else to say about it. It's getting very interesting.
I mean, we're seeing a lot of back and forth action. I mean, you think a ball's getting cleared, and the next thing you know, there's a player from the other team like, nope, just go right back over to your net. Good luck getting this one out of here. But in the Hive, they just keep finding ways to get out of any defensive pressure that they're having to deal with on the Spartans. I mean, there's Infernal dropping this right back down. Howdy's already up trying to get that. He's going to get beat by Algix. Algix is their man right now. Is this one just going in? Oh, off the post. I thought that was in for sure, as there was nobody back for the Hive to even try and take that. But Infernal with the bicycle goal to give the Hive the 2-0 lead here in Game 3 with 35 seconds to go. What a shot by Infernal.
Yeah, we were not expecting that. We thought that the Spartans for sure had a goal, and then all of a sudden, the Spartans had the goal. Well, their goal with the ball in it, and Hive scored again. So it's 2-0. Spartans definitely having to pick up in this last 30 seconds if they want the series. Here's Infernal, though, trying to keep any hopes, and I'll be quiet now. Hive is going to shut me up again.
Yeah, I mean, Hive just kept the pressure on. Knuckle kind of caught himself on that post, and Alchix, he's going to take advantage every time. That is his 5th goal in the last 2 games now. For Alchix, I mean, he's just popping off right now for the team, as it looks like they've more than likely secured the set win with their 3rd win to open up the series. And as we all know, in MLE Esports, we always play 5 games, but Knuckle and the Spartans are trying to get at least 1 goal back in their favor. Zoom up there, and this one looks like it's going to drop harmlessly to the ground, as the Hive are going to take game number 3 by a score of 3-0. This is a completely different game from what we saw in games 1 and 2 there.
Absolutely not anything like what we were expecting whatsoever. Spartans not exactly having the same offensive pressure and even defensive pressure that they needed there on defense or defensive clears. Very much the ball was played on the Spartan side of the field, and you can see that in the shots. We see a lot of shots coming in from Hive compared to Spartans, but at the end of the day, the match was closer to 3-0 in my opinion. I was thinking more of a 2-3 kind of scenario there, Riley.
Yeah, it definitely felt like it should have. We definitely came into there thinking it was going to be more 3-2, maybe 3-1, with the Hive managing to squeak something out there as the game went on. But it definitely went towards the Hive's favor very late in the game. You know, Spartans, they started getting desperate and started making a lot of mistakes that we weren't seeing early in the game. We weren't even seeing these mistakes in games 1 and 2, and it really showed out there in game 3 as we're going to head to game 4. So the Hive are looking to carry on this momentum into a 4-0 lead in the series as they're currently up 3-0. If we were going to get a kickoff featuring Knuckle and Howdy, we're going to go at this, and we're going to see where this ball ends up going. And per usual, it just doesn't go anywhere. It just hangs around the midfield.
Yep, we see Howdy, though, taking it over to the Spartan side. Knuckle, and, Knuckle's going to rotate back as Kilt takes it up. Looks for a shot, but Alchix is going to keep it away. Knuckle now to Vazoom, but Infernal with a save here. Kilt not quite connecting with the ball. Howdy's going to collect this. Knuckle's going to have to defend to Kilt. Kilt now passing it to Vazoom. Vazoom is up, and it's going to be a little bit wide. It actually showed a save from Howdy, so maybe that was on, but what's definitely on with that shot from Knuckle?
Yeah, that was definitely on. I mean, had some very well-placed demos. Kilt came in with the demo. Knuckle got the shot in. Then immediately after the goal was scored, we saw Howdy get demoed on the back end. It was a great job by the Spartans to get some pressure on, get working as a team. We saw them make a couple really nice reads there offensively, and they just managed to keep it going with a couple more well-placed shots and some very well-timed demos by this team. I think they need to come out here, need to get more of those, just open up those shooting lanes a little bit more, and they'll be just fine to end up winning this game.
Absolutely. Now we see Howdy, though, looking for an offensive play. Knuckles now going to be forced to knock it away, but he's not going to be able to. Algix with the shot towards the target, not quite on Kill. Here to receive midfield. Flicks it up, looks for a shot, not quite able to connect. Vazoom gets the demo. Knuckle now carrying the ball. Flicks it over one of them, gets the demo on the other. No teammate there to follow up. Algix with a clear. Kilt knocking it towards his corner. Algix here trying to get it to a teammate. Howdy is going to look for a self-pass, but then maybe to Algix. We see Knuckle back trying to defend. Here's Kill, and Knuckle's going to get the save against Howdy. This is starting to look a lot like the last game. There's a lot of offensive pressure here from Hive.
Yeah, the problem is the Spartans are doing a better job of controlling that offensive pressure and finding ways to eliminate Hive players from the field. I mean, I think we've seen about 5 demos in the last 35 seconds between the two teams combined. But the Spartans have really been demo happy in this game. And that is something they needed to do after the way last game ended. They just needed to find a way to get out of their own end. And right now, they are managing to do it as the Zoom takes advantage of a great pass and carry by Kill over on that side wall to get another goal for the Spartans.
Yeah, we see maybe even a fake from Kill making a Infernal Dragon think the ball's going to go somewhere else, and then it lands right in front of his teammate Vazoom to put it in. Vazoom on kickoff, actually, but Howdy's going to collect it. Knuckle now defending. Not quite able to connect, but the Zoom is going to knock it away. What are we expecting in this game, Riley? We've got a 2-0 with about half the game remaining. Are you expecting Spartans to continue to score, or what do you think is going to happen here?
I honestly think the Hive are going to get at least one goal back. I think Algix is going to be the facilitator on that, whether he ends up scoring it or ends up setting up a teammate. But I think the Spartans are still going to find a way to keep this game as Knuckle ends up getting another goal for the Spartans. They're up 3-0. Knuckle collecting his second goal in just as many shots.
Absolutely. Knuckle definitely being a offensive monster this game. With Vazoom right there with him, Vazoom has had a hand on every goal thus far, whether it be through an assist or the actual shot. Definitely, we've got two great players here that are pulling it off for the Spartans, but don't forget about Kilt, as he has had a amazing setup himself for Vazoom.
Yeah, but right here, they're just not going to be ready defensively, as Algix manages to set up his teammate in Howdy perfectly, get this one to float up to a point where Howdy can get it just under the crossbar, get it to hit in and down. Kilt too far in the net, and I don't remember if that was Knuckle or Vazoom there, but they just weren't able to get there fast enough. It's 3-1 here. The Hive trying to keep this momentum going here for a little bit longer.
Yeah, and you were exactly right when you said that Algix was going to have a hand in the ball whenever they scored, as he set up his teammate perfectly. But Infernal Dragon with a double tap, bringing the game back into one.
And I said they were going to start scoring, and look what happens. Infernal, excellent double tap shortly after the goal from Howdy. And just like this, it's a one-goal game. You never know what's going to happen. It could be 3-0 with 10 and 50 to go, and next thing you know, it's tied up. But right now, it is still a one-goal lead for the Spartans. They need to get this game under control, because right now the Hive are just feasting on them right now. Algix comes so close to scoring off the crossbar down, and just unfortunately out. The Spartans are going to try and turn this around and turn into a goal of their own. Vazoom trying to get a demo in the midfield doesn't quite work. Kilt trying to hit this to somebody, but there's nobody there. Spartans, the Hive are trying to work past his way down the field. Vazoom there to break it up. Kilt to get another demo for the Spartans. They're just racking up those demos. I mean, both of these teams, I'm pretty sure they have maybe like 5 or 6 demos each in this game alone. And it's incredible to see these two teams going at it right now.
Absolutely. Very closely ranked. And honestly, all the games have been fairly close. We had the last game being 3-0, but really it didn't feel like 3-0. This game now being 2-3 going the other way. So, this series has really been close. Even though Hive has taken the series, Spartans have a pretty good chance at making this only a 3-2 for Hive. So we're going to see if that's what they're able to do, as Vazoom carries the ball across. Kilt there. Vazoom again getting it right in front of Hive's net. Definitely a lot of offensive plays here from the Spartans team. Let's see if Hive can get it out of their own half.
Oh man, I thought that was going in as you were talking about those offensive plays. They went off post and out. Knuckle maybe trying to get another double here. Vazoom went up. That's a very dangerous challenge given the time on the field, but a timely demo by Knuckle is going to secure that win for the Spartans, as they are going to take game number 4 as they get one game back after they were down 3-0. As that's why we play all 5 games, so that these teams, they have a chance to at least get something back, even if they end up losing that series right off the bat. Spartans come out here. They were up 3-0. I thought they were going to end up losing this lead, honestly, with how quickly the Hive scored those 2 goals, but managed to hang on there and get the win.
Yeah, and the Hive came very close to scoring a 3rd goal, and I think the entire audience heard your excitement, Riley, as it was this close to coming in. Yeah, but it was a close match, Riley. It really was.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we've seen. Aside from game number 3, they've all been close. It's all been 1-goal games. Game 1, game 2, and game 4. So I'm excited to see what we're going to get here in game number 5, as the Spartans, they started to get things going there, but the Hive stole back a lot of momentum there late in the game, and all they need to do is just keep this going for one more game to get a 4-1 series win. Otherwise, it's still going to be a series win for the Hive, but they'll feel like it was a wasted opportunity as they had a chance to potentially be up 5-0 or 4-1 in this series.
Yeah, let's see if Spartans are able to get this game 5 to limit its damage control at this point for the Spartans. Look, they need to be looking into next week, seeing if they can get a good score against the team and potentially get their #1 spot back. But only time can tell. I'm thinking a week ahead, and we are still in game 5 of this week. So let's get back to that, Riley.
Oh yeah, definitely agreed. You know, the Spartans, they definitely need to keep their eyes on this game right now. You know, they're doing really good with that damage control coming out and getting that win in game 4. They need to keep it up for one more game before we can even start thinking about next week. I mean, we've got one more game. We gotta beat the Hive one more time to keep themselves in position to eventually get back to the top of the league.
Yeah, definitely. Here we see Vazoom trying to do that damage control, and he's doing fairly well at it for the Spartans. Here's Infernal Dragon though, knocking it away. Vazoom again with the 50. Infernal just gonna win that one. Here's Knuckle against Howdy, and it's going to get knocked away. Kilt is getting ready to receive it. Gets a nice little pinch off the wall, looking for a teammate mid as he's about to pass it, but Infernal's going to knock it away. Vazoom taking it to the corner. He's looking for somebody mid, and Knuckle is there. Algix with the save. Kilt now in the corner. Algix knocking it away. Knuckle there to receive on the Spartan side of the field. Howdy getting it past one, but not a second, as Vazoom's going to knock it away. Infernal with a shot, or was it Kilt? Oh, no, it was Infernal with a shot on that. Kilt had the save there. That confused me. Very good pressure from both teams here. It's been going both ways. Riley, what are we looking into here in Game 5?
Right now, I'm going to be honest, we're not seeing a lot of shots from either team. The Spartans, they have 3 shots, the Hive have 1, but every shot that's been taken by both these teams has been saved. Spartans, you know, Knuckle's taking 2 good shots. I'm starting to see some demos come out actually from Kilt, who hasn't really done much. Didn't really do much last game except for that 1 assist. But he's coming out here, he's got 2 saves of a shot already, and he's got, I think, 2 or 3 demos already this game. So if he can keep those demos up, start to keep those Hive players from getting into position, the Spartans are going to be able to take advantage of the fact that they are taking more shots than Hive right now. And if they can keep this up, they will end up taking the lead, unless an unfortunate 50 by Howdy just ends up in the back of their net. I was all about the Spartans taking everything offensively, and all of a sudden, that one just finds its way into their net.
Yeah, there's a reason they call it a 50. There was a 50% chance that it was going to go into the Spartans' net, and that's the 50 that won't air. Vazoom now taking it off the wall with a little bit of a carry, knocking it towards mid, but neither of his teammates are there to follow up. Infernal knocking away to Algix. Algix taking advantage. Kilt now taking it to the wall, but Howdy's going to meet him. Vazoom picking up the ball, knocking it up to Kilt. Kilt getting ready to shoot at Infernal here. Now looking to get a pass off to his teammates. Kilt's gonna stop anything from happening. Algix almost with a shot. Algix now getting a demo on the Spartans team. Kilt forced to make a save here. Vazoom to carry it away for Spartans. Hive. Algix is gonna put it on net, but it's not quite gonna go in. Knuckle knocking it away. Howdy with the shot, with a great pass from Infernal.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there, but there were no Spartan players even close to the net when Infernal was up there on the backboard getting it over Knuckle. And, you know, Howdy took advantage of there just being no one there to challenge until he was already on top of the ball. And just like that, the Hive are up 2-0. They got a chance here to take a 3-0 lead, and Algix plays that ball perfectly as he lands and gets this one in the net. Great play by Algix.
Algix definitely there with a read. He sees Knuckle, he sees what Knuckle's trying to do, and he gets a Knuckle's way and sneaks another goal with a minute 30 left, with it being 3-0 for the Hive.
I mean, it was 3 shots to 1 in the Spartans' favor. It is now 7 shots to 3 in the Hive's favor. I mean, they just have shut down the Spartans as they finally get their first shot in the last 3 minutes. And it's saved another shot. That one is also saved by the Hive. They're just trying to get as many shots on target as they can. That's the only way they're going to be able to come back in this game down 3-0 with just over minutes to go. Kilt's going to play this one out. He's going to try and keep up the pressure. Gets denied by Alex. Zoom take his time here, trying to get control, but he cannot get control. He's got a little bit of boost. Going to flick this one up, but just throws it away to the Hive. Knuckle has to pop that one up. This is still from the net. This is dangerous. Kilt's going to clear it out. And he's going to try and make some kind of read off the wall. He's got the flip reset here. He's not going to use it. The Zoom's going to miss the ball. And the Hive, they've just kind of controlled this game so far. Not from the very beginning when the Spartans just seem to have all the pressure. I mean, the Hive has really come out here in Game 5, and after that first minute, they've just shown why they are the better team, why they're up 3-1 and about to take a 4-1 win in this series.
Absolutely. Here is Hive again with the pressure. Kilt, though, getting ready for offense, but it looked like Infernal was going to try and make a shot off that Kilt, ready to defend Vazoom. Now taking it to the wall. Howdy is going to get a little hit on that. Here's Knuckle in the corner to Kilt, and the timer has expired. Let's see if the ball's going to hit ground before another goal is scored. Knuckle knocking it away. Howdy ready to receive it. He does so, keeps it in the air. Vazoom now, and the ball's going to hit. And that's going to end the series for us, Riley.
Yeah, that was a great series by these two teams. You know, we had some really close games, but the Hive end up coming out on top of this series 4-1. These two teams came into the series tied at 10-5. Kind of tied for that top spot in the Orange Conference for the for Premier League, and ended up being the Hive on top big time. I mean, they had 2 games where they won 3-0, and the rest were 1-goal games. And
yeah,
it was a great job by the Hive to come out there and perform the way they did.
Yeah, definitely. Great job by both teams. Spartans definitely looking amazing in game 4. Just not quite able to carry it across to game 5. Any final words for us, Riley, before we go to break?
Stick around because we got some great action still to come tonight. We got 2 more series, including the Shadow and the Spectre of Master League going at it next, and I am so excited to get to cast my very own team tonight, because I'm on the Spectre on their CL squad, so I'm excited to watch all that happen in front of my very own eyes.
Definitely. We'll catch you guys again right after this break.